Welcome back, guys. Welcome on this Sunday morning. Quickly jumping in and just doing a quick update on the Sunday of what my watch list is for next week, of what cryptos I'm watching for next week for any good quality setups. And we'll probably just go over quickly the trades that we are in and what I'm doing with those trades, and then we can also look at our long-term trades. So let's quickly get it. Quick update on the Sunday, so you guys can enjoy the rest of your Sunday. So let's quickly jump on here. Bitcoin Cash still going sideways, still in this trade, keeping it. Deepbrook, we had that initial pump from the lows where we got in, and this trade is still doing good, still fairly up. At this point, we are up 24%, which is not bad. So if this trade had to come back down to our injury, we'll just close it for break even. So can't complain about that trade. Suri still going sideways. The 4 hours coming into this correction zone. This is, by the way, the 4 hour 200. And it's coming in. We've got some other key 200s. Your daily 200 also coming up, which is a good sign. So what I see eventually happening here is that this will come up, this will come back down, and all these would become very compressed. This is what normally happens is when you get this, it's an absolutely 90% certainty that you will get a huge, massive pump to the upside. You can go and practice this for yourself. It happens over and over again. So Sui is still doing well. XCN, we had a small little pump yesterday and this morning. It's coming back down, but not concerned about it yet. And we'll just keep on tracking this trade. Be nice if we can stay above this volume node over here. We don't want to lose that, because then we fall into the trap or fall into the next one, which we will get stopped out of this trade. Then let's quickly jump before we go over the watch list that I've got cooking for next week. Let's just go over our top 50 long-term trades that we are in. And let's have a look at ETH. ETH is getting a slight little movement up here. And if you go to 4 hour, we're basically in something like this. Nice little correction over here that might be breaking out now. That's still coming back down low. So your 4 hour 200 have just dipped below your daily 2 hour. You don't normally want to see that, but I mean, this could come into this range. Your other 200s can come here, and then you can get another pump, get above all the 200s. In that case, it would be all she wrote, and we'll go to the top. So if not worried about it, still doing very well. We had a fantastic intro on ETH. On this initial liquidation week, we timed it almost to perfection. ETH up a nice 31%. XRP still, what I'm starting to see now, and which means this trade could be a break-even trade, is that we might be starting to form type of a head and shoulders. If that occurs, we'll get stopped out here for break-even. So let's do this. Yeah. So just so you guys know, move stops to break-even. And that's what we will be doing here. So stops to break-even. You can't lose on this trade anymore. ADA, same scenario, could move our stops to break-even. Sui went over. Litecoin still bouncing around in this long ascending triangle that we've got going on. Songcoin looking very interesting indeed. Daily stocks are a bit high. Love for this to come back down and reset. Let's see the 2 hour doing what we wanted. Sorry, the 4 hour doing what we wanted to do. most altcoins are in this predicament, and I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say most of our major altcoins have basically formed the bottom to what I can see. We went over Bitcoin Cash, Uniswap. We've moved stops to break even as well. Just to mark it out here, say stops BE. The Lancer could be stopped out there for break even as well. Then we want to concentrate. This is my watch list for next week. Pretty slim pickings. If the market isn't hot, you need to really narrow your search down on your watch list and only consider on very high quality setups. And that's basically what I've done here. If we go to say is very interesting. Go to a daily. We're bouncing off this high volume node over here, which have been very good resistance previously. So at this point, we already missed that entry, but we can still go down to a lower time frame and try and get to entry, which I'm looking for now in next week. So if this does something like this, maybe we can consider an entry here with a huge stop. Remember, this is a daily trade. So how would that trade look? We can map it out for you guys. And even if it just goes to the trend line over here, it's a pretty good trade, decent trade. Let's say we're getting there. Then our stops will go roughly, you can put it just below that wick. That's fine. And let's say worst case scenario, you're only going to retest the top of that channel. That's a very nice, over 100% return. The risk reward of 4.8, which is phenomenal. So keeping this on the radar for next week. Then INJ is still keeping this on my watch list. Still looking interesting to me, but we'll just track it and I'll basically let the trading group know when I get into this trade. Lido also is starting to look very, very interesting indeed. We got back above this previous high volume node that we were tracking and we wanted to get into the trade. But remember, we had that hack which affected this and we never entered the trade, but it recovered quite quickly, which is a good sign. Daily stocks, I want to come back down more. So in next week, maybe we can get a nice entry over here. Once again, I'll let the trading group know when I get into this trade. Just a quick shot for the trading group, guys. Cheapest trading group you'll find, in my opinion, only $30 a month. And you get my free trading course inside there with $500. Absolute steal. Next one we were looking at is IXSwap. I found this coin. It's been ripping off late. Just keeping it on the watch list because we all have got some slim pickings. So if this can come back down, we can form an ascending triangle. Then if we can get a bounce, we'll see what it does over here. See if it retests this previous high volume node. Let's slap on the VRVP and see there's a good high volume node as well. So just tracking it, seeing how it develops, not gonna rush into this at all, just more having it on to see for interest sake to see what it does. Then Meta's looking good as well. Once again, a nice entry would have been here at the bottom, retested that previous high volume node, and we got a nice bounce over that level. Obviously didn't catch that one, but now we can maybe catch it for continuation of this upward trend. What we're looking for here is how's the daily stocks doing. Daily stocks we want this to come back down, and we want this to make a buy setup for us here, and we can maybe enter this. Keep it in mind, if we can stay above this SR flip, that would also give us a nice confluence of the entry. So I'm not sure if this will play out next week, but nonetheless, it's on our watch list for next week. Velo is still looking very interesting. Your 4-hour coming closer and closer. Your other major 200s are very, very tight, which makes this a prime trade. We'd love for it to come back down so we can enter over here, but I'm not sure that we will get that. Either way, if it crosses above the 4-hour 200, I will definitely consider entry on this. So Velo on the radar. FEB, I've been seeing to go to daily. You can see this was one of the, I believe, the AI agent meme coins, the AI agent coins that did very well. But obviously, like all other AI agent meme coins, it took a nasty dip to the downside. But we started to form this very nice couple handle, which is high quality setups indeed. And we had a very nice recovery. We get in above, go to 4 hours, some key resistance area, hard volume nodes. Bearing in mind that this could still dip back down and retest this level. At this stage, I will definitely put on the trade. Right now, I'm just seeing what it does. If this starts to do something like this, dips back down, I will consider entry over here. So, Fraser, quite a weird name. FEB USDT on the radar. In the last one we've got cooking, it looks very interesting, is Bearer Chain. Bearer Chain stock's very, very low. It's so brand new, we don't even have a daily stocks for it yet, but the 4-hour stock's low indeed. If this comes back down to this level over here, we can get a bounce, this would be a nice little trade. If we just map out, it launched, I believe, on most exchanges, it launched at $1. So if we only take that trade, measured move, and let's say it breaks out there. Guys, you should always be mapping out trades before, even while you're looking at something, just to see if it's going to be worth your while. If not, move on. Stop scam maybe. Let's slap on the VRVP here as well. Stops can go below there. Let's put it there, and we're looking for the measured move. Definitely trade this. The risk reward is there for the trade. 8.71%. 8 risk reward, and we'll get 156%, which is very fantastic. So Bearer definitely on the watch list. That's basically it, guys. I don't think the markets will do much today, but you never know. Anything can happen at any single point in time. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow again, and have a nice rest of your Sunday. Cheers for now.